Dear learners, now we are going to be revising our course, and then what did you learn till now, and then it's going to be helping you to understand your self-evaluation, and our viewers will get opportunity to watch our offline classes students feedback. How are they learning, what did they learn, and how is their performance. So first of all, as we started learning English language, I have given you enough information about our course name by mentioning it and then by explaining it very carefully and meaningfully. What was it? That English for international communication. I keep on revising, keep on telling it that our course name is English for international communication. So it should be in your mind fixed that your course name, what you are pursuing here, it is English for international communication. It's not only spoken English, but it will include all the aspects of learning English language. Spoken, grammar, pronunciation, word power, storytelling, listening, reading, writing, debate, discussions, basic to advanced level grammar, and then even preparing for your competitive examinations as well. So before that, we need to understand what do you mean by English for international communication? What does it mean? Yes.
Sir, international English for international communication means if someone connects with internationally, like if I want to connect in America, because I have to know proper structures, proper pronunciation. After that I can connect with other people in foreign countries. For that reason, our course name is English for International Communication, because this course provides us, international level of teaching.
Yes, so online viewers, keep on listening how the offline students are responding. Yes, give to her also this microphone. Yeah. What do you understand why English for international communication?
English for international communication is important because if you want something new, do something new, then you learn for international communication, because maximum people are coming here, and then when we are talking about anything, and then we are speaking there very well. And if you want to uh, give us some job, and you can also.
All right, give to him. Now listen carefully. Keep it closer to your mouth. All right. Now, English for international communication, what does it mean? It simply means the English language, what you are going to be learning here, it is going to be according to international perspectives. Yes. I always keep on repeating it and telling you why and what does it mean. As I keep on telling you that we live in India, we have 28 states. Different state people, they have their own state language, and English is not their first language, and English is not our first language as well. But when we learn English language, by using our mother tongue, and then we communicate with people. So it is being seen that after learning English, still we do have difficulty to talk to people globally.
Yes.
Not only in particular country. And then what is happening? There is conflict between English to English. Means you are from India, you speak English, maybe the another person is from USA, he also speaks English. The person from India is finding difficulty and losing the confidence, and sometimes not able to understand what this another country people is communicating me or telling me.
Yes.
It can be spoken, sometimes it can be written also. In that case, now you have difficulty. So if you just join for some spoken courses, they will just make you to speak language, maybe learn few structures, maybe talk about few of the sentences in English language. But if we talk about English for international communication now, it simply means the learner learning English language according to international perspectives, according to international ways. Why? Because English is an international language. As an English learner, he has to learn this language according to international ways. What are the international ways of learning English language? The question arises here. First of all, when you learn this language, you learn it in such a way in the sense means you learn the pronunciation of this language, so that when you talk to people don't have difficulty to understand you globally. There won't be any barrier. Usually what happens, people speaking English in India, so it is called Indian English. And I don't want you to learn Indian English. If you have joined this course, you are paying for this course, you are attending classes regularly, the 99% chances are you will try to learn this language according to international perspectives, in the terms of pronunciation, in the terms of understanding the grammar sentences. So it will not be beneficial for you in future also. So learning this language according to international perspectives, first of all, it will follow the pronunciation, making sure that how do you pronounce your words. If you work on it, it will help you, because learning English language will be once in life. We may not have time to learn this language again and again. That is the one thing that you should be keeping in your mind.
Yes, sir.
Second thing, when you talk and when people talk from another country, you do have common understanding how people are talking and what they are talking. And if you communicate with them, they should not find difficulty to understand. That means you have learned English language according to international perspectives. You are not learning it according to Indian perspectives. Now the question will arise here, then what is the Indian perspective of learning English language? The answer is very simple. Translation method. Translate, don't worry about your, the pronunciation. The southern part of India, their pronunciation is something different. Food, okay?
Yes.
Against, that is not against, against. Food, opinion, that's called opinion. But we will tell in Indian language opinion. May look little bit odd, may sound little bit odd, people communicating this. Then if you are pursuing for this course, you should be aware of it. Why? Because you are doing course here. The course name is English for International Communication. So the first priority of English for International Communication is developing your pronunciation. Why? You know that if you don't have correct pronunciation, the chances are it can lead you into miscommunication. So we make sure that when we are learning this particular language, we try to improve our pronunciation.
Yes.
The reason we have not learned this language as the first language, we have followed the translation method of learning this language. So the chances are the pronunciation, what we have learned through translation method, might not be accurate. And after learning this language, if people say you are speaking Indian accent, it's very hard, I don't understand you, it doesn't mean that Indian English is bad. It's not bad, I mean to say it's good, people understand, we communicate in India. But if you are pursuing for a special course, especially to learning English language, so there is nothing wrong if you develop your pronunciation, accent, because that's gonna always help you to making sure that English is international language. I should be internationally understood by people when I talk, and when people talking to me from any country, I should not be having difficulty. So the first thing, English for international communication will focus on the pronunciation area, having actually one pronunciation. For that, you need to listen from Google again and again how the words are being pronounced, or else we are studying IPA also. For that, International Phonetic Alphabet, 26 letters making 44 to 46 sounds, understanding how the 3 E sounds are different, O sounds are different. And second thing is that international English language, when we talk about, it will follow some of the structures, sentence structures. That means the way of speaking in various ways. For example, okay, how are you going to get there? Now, what does it mean?
कैसे जाते हैं?
Not जाते हैं. How are you going to get there? So, I'm going to get there by flight. And one of the another structures that I explained in previous classes, how did you find the movie? What was the answer?
In English, sir?
In English. Answer of this question.
I found the movie on Netflix.
Now that's the same mistake. What is the answer?
How was the
How was the movie? See, your lecture attending ability is little less than the self-study. In books, there are different kind of students. Some students are very good in self-studying by reading books, but some students find difficulty to learn by reading books. They require the lecture explanation that will be fixed in their mind. For example, in Prava's case, so she said, so how did you find the movie? Now, it simply means how was the movie? Finding difficulty. And then some of the words we talked about restaurant. Okay, where is restaurant? I want to go. Sorry, not restaurant. Restroom. Restroom. Yeah. Where is the restroom? These are the some terminologies. These are the some words, some sentences, some phrases. For example, what's up? What does it mean?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it doesn't mean what is outside.
Yes.
Yes, I'm fine. Various ways. So, what are the second thing to be kept in your mind? Sentence formation, phrases, how the sentences are spoken when we talk about international English. In Indian English, we will always try to speak simple English. But when we talk about in different countries, they will have little slang which you might not be aware of, some short forms. I want to go, it will be
Honest.
I am going to, it will be I gonna. Mark it. I wanna, gonna, wanna. These are the short forms or slangs. So, second thing to be kept in your mind. It includes the word, the sentence structures, which will be different than the simple English. The English spoken in our country is called simple English. For what purpose? Just only for communication purpose. But the problem we find in India, that is also the problem of pronunciation. The tone, easily we can identify which state the person is. For example, pronouncing the word Himachal. How Punjabi people pronounce this?
Himachal. Himachal.
How? Punjabi people, we say Himachal. The Punjabi people will say Machal. Okay, they will miss some sounds.
Yes.
So why their tone? What can you do? What can you do? You can easily identify where the people is from. Okay, and so in that case, people have some difficulty. Okay, you are from that, you are mixing that slang, you are mixing that sound. Okay, now if you go for the simple understanding, here in our Hindi language also, people speaking Hindi in villages, how is their tone? It's how
Little bit high.
different, and it is mixing
Yeah, local slang, sir.
their local slang. The Pahari tone is also
Presenting.
coming there. All right.
Yes.
So then also people say, okay, the language you speak easily we can identify is from Roro, is from Kinnaur, is from Ani, is from Chamba. In Himachal also sometime, you know. And these are the things will not, include you in the international community. International community in the sense means in the language, what you are speaking. So this is the second thing. And third thing is to remember in your mind, avoiding the way you learned language till now. Don't depending on the translation method as you were following it before, because that's the different method of learning English language. So while keeping these all things in your mind, you must be making sure that our course name is English for International Communication. It simply means when I'm learning this language, I am being equipped for internationally to learn this language as per the pronunciation is concerned about, the sentence formation is concerned about, some of the word power or vocabulary, the slang, the short forms. In various ways, I'm aware of how the language learning is taking place, especially English language. And if I talk to people from maybe any countries, easily they may not identify which country am I coming from. Are you getting it now? That's very important, because when I keep on talking to people from various countries, most of the time they find difficulty to understand that, okay, because your pronunciation doesn't seem for us exactly from India. When you are talking, it's different, we are able to understand you. But some of the people learning this language, especially from the southern part of India, that's really very, very, hard accent. So the word pronounced oil, they will say oil, oil, oil. What's that? So this is the concept of what?
Pronunciation.
Pronunciation. Okay. And English for International Communication language, what will it do? It will follow 100% grammar accurately, which is also very, very important. It doesn't mean that we are going to be speaking here spoken English language. How? With the broken grammar. Spoken English language with broken grammar, it is not called spoken English. It is called broken English. That's why some people say that to learn spoken English, we don't require grammar. We don't require, but we require the sense of learning language. Whether what we speak and what are we speaking, is it according to grammar accurate or not? Is this concept clear now? English for international communication. Now, what is the benefit? Tell me.
A lot of benefits.
Benefit? What is the benefit? This is eternal thing. The benefit is that I explained and spoke. So now what is the benefit?
Listening, sir.
What is the benefit? We're missing. The benefit is that this is your offline class. It is being recorded. You will forget it tomorrow. So watching this explanation exclusively for you may help you to recall it. how was the explanation taking at that moment when the teacher was explaining this particular topic. So that's why we are using the energy, so we don't want to waste it. We want to make sure that now while explaining this, many things came, it wasn't prepared, but by using our logic, two three people are sitting there, and when we have different people sitting and discussing on one particular topic, something will come up which we may not find in groups also, so which may not find in books also. For that purpose, lecture attending is very, very important. Now, next, the 4 things to remember before you start learning English. What does it mean? Why this is important? What do you think about it?
So, 4 things are so important things. If you do anything, sir, if you want, learn about any skills, any language, you have to, you will have to find proper way, sir. For that reason, these 4 things are so important. Just like first thing is determination. If you want learn anything, if you want learn English or international communication, we have to, we have to determine ourselves. We have zeal, we have passion about learning language. Either I can say it's the urgency to learn something new. And second thing is resource. If you want to learn something new, sir, you have to find better resource for your learning. Many people go with wrong resource person. They find uncompatible YouTube channels or other resource materials. They can't learn. They can't learn better, sir. For that reason, a better resource person or teacher, if you find also if you find proper better YouTube channel, it is very helpful for you for learning new language. And third thing is hard work. If you have zeal, if you have passion, and also if you have a better resource person, but if you can't do hard work, sir, you can't learn in proper way. In my opinion, sir, hard work is necessary to learn anything, to acquire any knowledge, any skills, and or any language knowledge, sir. And fourth one is the time, sir. If you find sir, 3 of those all things, because if you determine yourself, if you found proper resource person, either you are hardworking person, but you haven't time for learning those all things, sir, it can be work properly. For that, because the time is necessary. Time is you have to put more time on learning new language, sir.
All right. Appreciate you now responding. Our online viewers can also watch this video, see how our offline students are responding, and then even they haven't completed the 1 month also, the response is coming, speaking is taking place. Next, now 4 things to remember, very, very important things. Here, first of all, making sure that you are fully determined, you are fully compassionate, you are fully committed, and you are fully convinced that yes, I want to learn this language. That is very important. It's not somebody is pushing you, if you find maybe somewhere, not. First of all, you make sure that yes, I want to learn language, I want to learn English, whatever it may be, because that is going to be helping you in your motivational way. I teach you 1 lesson, maybe you can develop another lessons also because of your motivation. But next is called resources. This is the most important thing here. Many students, they want to learn English language in online platform also, in offline platform also, but they don't find good resources. And some of them, they think we can learn this language by ourselves also, we are a graduate, this and that. Yes, but the level of learning will be very poor and it may take time. You may not have confidence also. Finding a resource person, for example, now these students, they have a resource person, I am the resource person for them. They have not even completed the 1 month. I think it's only 2 weeks. Okay, and maybe the third week. But the response, how are they speaking? It's in front of you. So resource person is here very important. How the trainer is. Is he cheating? Is he only translating? Is he only teaching tenses, present rule, past rule? Okay, right. You cannot speak English by writing. If I write here, you write. If I teach you only rule, I don't allow you to speak. We have to follow various activities for speaking. Not just teaching rules just like mathematics, making them to understand in their own language. For example, to learn mathematics, we don't require, any language that much. Maybe I may not speak even Hindi and English also. I may solve my mathematics question very perfectly based on my ability and knowledge in whatever language I might have required that knowledge, or I might be having understanding to solve that question. So the resource person is very, very important. Now, what is happening in our country? Most of the English learners are not finding good resource person. If they find also, the resource person are not supporting and helping them to learn language. Most of them are concerned about money, and some of them just want to finish the course, whether learner understand or don't understand, and some of them just want to translate English. And some of them are not having skills also within themselves to teach, not having experience also. Still they have become the resource person. Due to this reason, in our country, we find that, an English learner's demand sometimes going down, and sometimes they are having difficulty to believe who can be the best resource person. Now the answer is, who speaks English perfectly and who helps someone to speak and talk, and who, teaches grammar plus having ability to speak, and who does the conversation speaking practice with his learner while following different activities. That person can be the best resource person. Because the source person is an expert. For example, I made you to speak basic English without teaching grammar. Izemar, what is this Izemar? It is only the name Izemar, but we are learning various things from there. Fluency, basic level English, grammar, pronunciation, creating situations, relating it within the present context and the past context, finally maintaining your fluency and accuracy also, and getting little bit confident in speaking English language. So resource person, an expert, trainer, an English coach who is having experience, better to identify. That's very, very important. The reason what you will learn by yourselves, by taking a lot of time, the same thing will be taught by resource person within short period of time. It will save your maximum time. So make sure that if you have good resource person, only then you should join the courses. Otherwise, you should not be joining over there. And the third thing is the hard work, as I said you. Here sometime learner, they don't want to do it. They see somebody or someone speaking in YouTube, maybe in any videos, anywhere, okay, how is teacher speaking? I also want to speak like her, like him, but without working hard. Now, simply when we talk about learning English language, what are the areas we should be working hard? Number one, learning lot of words, word power. If you know enough words in English language, the chances are that you are going to be communicate, you are going to be understand. All right, and it will not happen in one day. Gradually, you will learn. Second, hard work, sentence formation or the grammar topics. The third hard work, the most important, hard work of speaking practice. which requires a partner, which requires of group discussions, which require your energy, your mouth to be opened, learning the way of pronouncing words. That is very important. Finally, thing is that time. Learning is a process, it takes time. That's why when we have time for 3 months, 6 months, 2 months, 4 months, 1 year, so instantly we cannot learn. Learning is a process, it takes time. Suppose if you are little weak, you are weak in English language in first month or first week, so you should not think that okay, maybe it's difficult for me, I cannot learn. Rather you need to think it is a process. This week I am finding difficulty, what is determination, what is this, what is that, is MR. But maybe okay, let me continue for second week, third week, so it will become easier. Why? Because this is proved by scientists. What is proved? Anything you practice regularly in 21 days, it becomes your habit. So in order to make anything habit of yours, why don't we give the practice minimum for 21 days? That's why the minimum time, checking everything will be almost 1 month. Give a try. If you are joining somewhere courses, maybe everybody cannot approach to me, various trainers are there, so give a try for 1 month. But my suggestion is don't pay fee to the people for 3-6 months in advance. Pay for monthly basis and see the performance of the teacher is teaching, and increase your timing by yourself if they can cooperate with you. Remember that learning is a process, it takes time. If it takes time, so we should sleeping. Hand is there today. Today officially the class started. If it takes time, so we should give time. Giving time. If it is taking time, we have to give time. Suppose you purchased a new car. You don't know how to drive it. Only 5 minutes. No, half an hour. Let me go next. Then the second day also. Today I will ride for 2 hours from Kullu to Manali. Up to Manali I can ride. Yeah. Then I will go for long drive. 4 hours, 8 hours up to Shimla. Going and coming. No. Now it's okay. I know the first gear, second and third, reverse, accelerator, traffic. Yeah. If you only drive 5 minutes, then you think I have car. Your relatives, your friends, okay, your wife, they make, okay, let's go. Okay, let's go. The moment you start, you will hit somebody. And then that is the reason government has kept one test for that. Driving tests in order to get the license. And that is not your right. That is one kind of privilege you have that government is giving. But government can what? Government can snatch this what? This right. These rights.
Yes.
Why? Why?
Because if someone is not
If you don't drive
properly,
properly, perfectly, so government has the right to snatch that.
yes.
Your license will get cancelled. That means in your whole life you cannot make your license in that country. Whenever you apply, everything is there, fingerprints, everything is there. If you apply also, immediately they will find out the previous record. They will say, now the license is taken by the government. You have no more right to drive the car, because when you were driving, So, you were drunk at that moment. So, you have, hit somebody very badly. So, that is the government when it gives, but it has right to snatch it back also if you don't maintain. The same thing here for learning English. You are coming here, Divya English Academy, one sentences or two sentences. Going from here, you have 99.9% atmosphere of speaking Hindi. Okay. Then 1 hour will change your life here. Though I am taking more than 1 hour. Only 1 hour we have English speaking learning atmosphere. What about the 23 hours? What is happening in 23 hours?
We can't speak English, sir. We have environment.
Not we can't. You are not speaking. You can't speak. Now you spoke here. How can you say we can't? Who was it? You were here. But you are not doing it. It takes time. You are not giving time. Only you are giving time when the teacher is teaching you here. Then you are thinking, I will learn English. Here you have to make sure if it takes time, how much time am I giving in order to learn English? That's very important. So minimum 2 hours, 3 hours at your home. The learner, they don't do it. If you try to do it also, some of your parents, some of your friends will come. What will they say?
They say, we don't know English. Why are you talking in English with us? We
One
can't
thing,
understand
yeah.
you.
And another people will say, "Bada अंग्रेज आ गया."
Yes, sir.
That is another statement. Some people will say, what happened to this fellow? These kinds of statements will become the stumbling block for you. They will not help you. Who will say? The people, those who don't want to grow in their life. They will say. For people, those who think world is only this much. Now let's talk about Divya English Academy. Divya English Academy is connected with various states, various countries. Because of English language and because of English training, we are connected. The problem is that now the present place we are living, here is natural calamity. People are finding little difficulty to survive. Roads are blocked. Everywhere, somewhere it's wiped out, washed out. Okay, no connectivity. People don't have their better livelihood. What will they do in this place? No resource for their job, for their income. And we are living here because of international language. We are connected. Just now the learner from southern part of India, from Telangana, from Andhra Pradesh, without talking much, just in the WhatsApp chat, they found who we are, immediately connected and paid the fee. After that they talked. Here people will tell firstly, okay, I will see. Then the person doesn't want to do hard work. Okay. So these kinds of opportunities are brought through international language. Now it doesn't mean learning English, but it means if you know English, whatever knowledge, whatever skill you have the ability, what? To demonstrate it globally. Suppose maybe you are a IT profession, you have very good skill, but you don't have here scope, very less salary. Even you have ability to create various kind of softwares. So immediately people in various countries will hire you, they will pay you enough because of your skills. And another thing is that you want to go for your higher education in international universities. So international language will help you. So English is a language just like Hindi and Pahari. Only the thing is that Hindi will help us to communicate within our North Indian part. and Pahadi will help us to communicate within our own, area, and English will help us to communicate globally, only to communicate what the knowledge we have, what we want to do. It can be trades, it can be, jobs, it can be any other opportunity, it can be education, it can be technological development. Language is required. Now, the people who are telling to you, they don't have goal, they don't have vision just like you, so they will say this kind of statements. So you should be keeping away from those kind of people. That is the very, very important for an English learner.